You that.
It ain't happening, man. You dig what I'm saying?
Welcome.
All them
Welcome.
put them shoes up.
Ropes.
So it's my turn, because you had your turn, so now it's got to be my turn. Because you want to talk about hair, brother. See, I'm glad you threw me that basketball alley-oop, nigga, because your hairline, nigga, oh my God, nigga, I never seen a nigga with more of a fucking hairline on his fucking beard than his goddamn head. Nigga, if you was ever in the motherfucking military, nigga, you'd be saluting like this, nigga. Not this, nigga, this. Get the fuck up out of here, nigga. And your head. Nigga, how the hell your head is a motherfucking upside down motherfucking triangle, nigga? Your motherfucking head is like this, nigga. Your head is a pyramid. What the fuck we got going on here? And now, hey,
Wait a minute. What's up with what you doing with that box, bro? We need you to figure the box. What you doing with the block, bro? The Pookie block ain't working. That New Jack City shit ain't working, bro. You looking like Pookie from New Jack City, bro. You looking like Pookie in this motherfucker, man. You need to get that shit straightened up. You got bumps and hills and curves and shit. You don't know what the fuck. You got bangs on the top. What the fuck is going on? You fading on this side. You lengthening on this side. You got naps on this side. You got it straightened on it. What the fuck is going? Hey, straighten that motherfucking shit out, bro. Stop cutting your own shit, Fantastic. Stop cutting your own hair, brother. Go to the professionals, my nigga. Here you go again.
I hit it with a shit that you. Hey, I can do some magic.
Let the barber dream go too. Let the barbershop dream go too.
Hold on. Brother, let me give you some help. Let me give you some pointers. The last thing you want to be talking about is hair, nigga. Speaking of motherfucking New Jack City, I know for sure, nigga, I can sell this shit to you by the block, nigga. You'll pay motherfucking $17.5 like Young Jeezy to get this shit right here that I got, nigga. This is my shit, nigga. I can pull this shit all day. No unit, no nothing, nigga. You be the nigga that be in the barbershop.
Is he bragging because he ain't got a man weave? He bragging because he ain't got a man weave on. This is my hood. What kind of hood wet shit is that?
Give me my time. I'm reclaiming my time. You be that nigga that's in the motherfucking barbershop at motherfucking 12 midnight, nigga. Like, damn, why the hell the lights on in the motherfucking barbershop on a Sunday night? This nigga here trying to get a whole motherfucking unit. Again, but because your head is a fucking triangle, nigga.
Bro, you looking like Skeeter from Doug. You looking like Skeeter from Doug, bro. With the angle and shit. You looking like Skeeter from Doug, my nigga. Get that motherfucking shit flattened out. I'm gonna leave you alone, man. I'm gonna go ahead and tap out for you, my nigga, because I got shit to do.
Nigga, what we talking about?
Go ahead and get your shots in, and then I'm gonna leave you, bro. Go ahead.
You talking about the Nickelodeon reference, brother, looking like Patrick, nigga. You got the motherfucking head, you definitely got the belly, nigga. I know you motherfucker. Hey, put your arms out like this, nigga. Whole starfish out this motherfucker. Thanks for coming up, brother. That was real motherfucking shit, man. Hey, I like it, man. That's what you talking about. This is motherfucking
real talk, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate it.
Open your mind.
Open your mind.
Hours of power.
And so a community is where you control your police, you control your commerce, you control your education, you control your house. We don't control none of that. We live in a hood. Well, what about the Negroes that get out? Oh, well, see, my cousin, they say he's a multi-millionaire, almost got $1 billion. Three PhDs, working on 2 more. Driving down the street in Chicago in his Rolls Royce, enjoying himself, and he hear these sirens and look through the mirror and see this cop car flashing lights. He squeezed the steering wheel, man. Heart beats fast. Huh? Because he knows the price of a Negro, what it could be. And then when that cop car passed him by, he said, thank God he wasn't after you in the first place, Paul. That Negro thing you can't get away from. It's universal. They wasn't coming after you. With all your millions, with your Rolls Royce, with your PhD, didn't help. That's the hood. Huh? Why do you think you never pick up the paper until you read over and over and see white families? You think it's thousands of black cops in America. Why don't you see white families crying as black cops shot my loved one 40 times in the back of the head? Why do you think black cops are that? You think they're more spiritual? Think they're better? No! They got enough sense to know that white folks ain't gonna tolerate it. And I will stop in our neighborhood when we decide we will not tolerate it. Now, if we was organized, which is hard to organize people who are just gonna run crazy and you don't know you're crazy. But if we were, with the money we have, and the many people who would come to our aid that don't know what it's like to be a Negro, and we said, if we said, look, we saying, if we don't get a federal law to deal with police brutality, that anytime a cop or anybody carry a gun, have to have a license just like you used to drive a car. And if you use it wrong, then you'll lose your license. And if it's upheld, you can never work again as a cop or a store guard or a private detective. How do you get Congress to push that through? Well, you take your economic power and you call on your friends, black, white, young and old, and say, this coming Christmas, if we don't have a federal law to outlaw police brutality by law, then we call them for a nationwide boycott of Christmas and it'll start on Thanksgiving. Well, let me tell you what that means. 79% of all retail in America happens between Thanksgiving and Christmas. People stay in business all year, lose money just for Christmas, huh? Well, what happens now? Factory Avenue, Toys R Us, Sears and Roebuck, Westinghouse. They will get the bill, and all they got to do is make one phone call and say, Harry, that's the senator, I want that bill pushed through in 3 days. Okay, it's an economic thing. It's that simple. But we have the power, but the system has wiped us out so bad.
Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power.
Santana, Lincoln 6. Correct. Clear suspect down 10-4. That's 10-4. The officer's code 4. We have one suspect that's been shot.
Open your mind. And we are back. Peace, folk. Welcome back to another edition of the Proper Thought series right here on the old T.P.O.T YouTube page. I'm your host, X, of course, but you knew that already. That's why your black asses are here. Tonight, got a very special guest for y'all tonight. The one and only Mr. Fantastic will be here. Those of you who follow the Popular Thought series, y'all know Mr. Fantastic. That's my dude right there, man. I mean, Mr. Fantastic is like one of the funniest motherfuckers on YouTube. And everybody who knows Brother Fantastic, he's been gone for a while because, you know, he is a military brother. And he's back, y'all. He's back on dry land, I think, for a while. And, you know, I did hit him up. I said, I want that first interview when you get back. And, you know, he said he would come through. So he will be here tonight. But before we get started, you know, I always start the show off with thanking you good folks for your likes, your shares, your views, your subs, and, of course, your hard-earned pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and 50-cent pieces. Because I realize you good folks don't have to do it, man. But night after night, week after week, you are here when you could be spending your Saturday night anywhere. And I want you good folks to know, man, I don't take you good folks lightly, man. I'm humbled. I'm honored. I'm thankful more than anything else, and appreciative. And that goes for all the good folks who hang out there, and you good folks who hang out up in here. All right? All right. So let's get at it. But y'all know, before we get started, I have to show y'all the favorite segment of the show, because we never run out. The old mama of the day.
These old mamas.
Yes, time for the old mama of the day, because y'all know we never run out. We never will. I'm going to die before we run out of these stories. But our old mama of the day hails from Brazil. Brazil says here, horror as woman keep decomposing bodies of her 2 children she murdered. The police have arrested a 31-year-old Brazilian mother on suspicion of murder after her young children's decomposing bodies were found on her bed. Ilara Paz Nardes is alleged to have killed her 9-year-old daughter, Alice Nardes de Oliveira, and 3-year-old son, Joaquim Nardes, 2 weeks before their bodies were discovered. Police uncovered the children's bodies on Saturday after Ms. Nardes reportedly contacted a lawyer to confess the killings. The lawyer informed the authorities, who raided Ms. Nardes' flat in Garapava, Paraná, and discovered 2 bodies that tests later suggested had been dead for 14 days. It continues. Police say the bodies were lying on Mrs. Nardes' bed with a blanket placed over them in a bid to conceal the smell. Officers have said that the accused had told them that she felt unable to continue providing for her kids, who had different fathers, either emotionally or financially, and had planned to commit suicide afterwards, but had not gone through with it. Isn't that always the goddamn story, y'all, when I tell y'all about these women killing these kids? They're always successful killing the babies, but somehow they always mess up when it comes to killing themselves. Isn't that something? But it continues. It says the Sun reported police spokesperson Anna Haas saying, when we entered the apartment in her room, we found the children lying down. They looked like they were sleeping in the bed, but they were already dead and in an advanced state of decomposition. She said the boy was killed by suffocation with a pillow, and later the girl was strangled with a scarf. But we are waiting for a report to confirm this. The suspect would have committed the crimes against her own children 14 to 15 days ago. She claimed she was very tired and alone and could no longer afford to raise her children, not just financially but also emotionally. As a result, she said she intended to kill herself, but as the children had no one to count on, according to her, she ended up killing them first. Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. Police said that Ms. Nardes claims to have killed the children on the same day as they were discovered, but evidence suggested that the boy had died on August 13th, with his sister being killed 4 days later. Officers said that Mrs. Nardes had previously worked and lived a normal life. She now faces a number of charges, including murder. Now, here's the old mama here with the babies. She kills the babies and just leave them in the house for 2 weeks while their body in there decomposing. And from what I understand, because I read another story about this earlier, she said the reason why she killed the kids is because she was sad and alone. Now, y'all heard me read that she said, you know, I knew the kids wouldn't have anyone to rely on once I was gone, because I was just going to kill myself, but if I'd have killed myself, they would have had no one. So I killed them first. But somehow she survived the murder-suicide. Don't they always? They always fail at killing themselves, but are always successful at killing the kids. It's crazy, man. And the reason why I did this story tonight, because this is in Brazil, right? South America. To let y'all know, man, that this is all over the place. This is everywhere. This isn't just in America. This is everywhere. These women be killing these babies, man, for a whole host of UMI, undiagnosed mental illness reasons. It's all over the world, man. These old mamas are insane. And you brothers need to stop climbing on top of them. I'm begging y'all. Stop climbing on top of these lunatics. Stop doing it, brothers, please. There's plenty of women out there. You don't have to climb on top of these lunatics. Because unbeknownst to you, you're ultimately sentencing these babies to death. And y'all know they lunatics, man. Y'all see the red flags. Y'all know shit crazy. But you climb on top of her anyway. Stop doing it. And if y'all stop doing it, maybe, just maybe, a kid that y'all helped create won't end up dead. And their old mama won't end up on T.P.O.T's old mama of the day. But that's our old mama of the day. So without further delay, let me bring out my folk. The one and only Mr. Fantastic is here. Brother Fantastic, man. What's good with it, brother?
Oh, what's going on, T.P.O.T?
Man, oh man, oh man. It's good to see you back, man. So how you doing, man? What you been up to, my brother?
And getting reacquainted back on land, man, and just, enjoying it, man. Trying to enjoy being back and, getting used to it.
Yeah, yeah. Because I saw you, because you only been back a few days, right? You only been
I
back
got
a few,
back,
right?
what? Damn, that's a good point. What? No, I got back on the 12th.
Okay,
So,
okay.
yeah.
So, are you back for good? I mean, are you back on dry land for good or
Yes,
no?
for good, for good. Like for me, like the squadron I'm at, my command, they don't deploy again until after I'm retired. They don't even start workups again until after I'm retired. So yeah, I'm on
Okay,
land for good.
okay. Because you creeping up on retirement soon, right? I mean, you
Yep,
like right there.
I'll be on terminal leave for retirement a year from now. Or actually like less than a year from now. Now.
Okay. So I know you're looking forward to retirement. I mean, what are you going to do when you retire? Like once you retire from the military, I mean, what are you going to do? You
Well,
can't
it's
travel the
it's
world. You done already did that.
well, no, it ain't the same. No, I'm gonna voluntarily travel at least for a year. I'm gonna take a year off, man. I go to school and take a year off, and then after that, I'll see what I want to do. I'm as good as I am at what I do and as experienced, bro. I don't want to turn another wrench. I don't want to
Mm,
climb on no. I don't even want to see any aircraft that I'm not, boarding to take a vacation or to travel. So I don't even
okay.
know if I'll, put it to use. But it's between engineering or I'm gonna look at some IT options also.
Okay. Okay. So what? When you retire, you're going to get right back at it. You're not going to take no
No, that's what I'm
time
saying.
off
No,
to
no, I'm
yourself,
also
or
so they offer the post 9/11 GI Bill. So
okay.
I'm gonna enroll in school as soon as I get out, and that'll pay me um whatever the BAH rate is for E5s here. And with
Mm-hmm.
that, and just my disability and retirement alone, I'll pretty much be making the same money I'm making right now for just going to
Okay.
school. So they're gonna pay me to go to school pretty much full time.
Okay.
So that's for a
Okay.
year. That'll just be my only focus. You know what I'm saying? I won't need to work or anything. Like say pretty much the only debt I got is my house, and that'll be covered in just my retirement alone, not counting everything else. So I just go, take a year off, not really worry about or focus on trying to go work for nobody or nothing like that. Focus on, getting established and going to school again because wow, college, I ain't seen college literally in 20 years at this point. So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah. So when you came back, right? Because you've been gone a minute, right? You've been gone a
yeah.
minute, and I think everybody up here, in these circle of influences, missed your presence, man. Because I was telling everybody before you came on, I said, Brother Fantastic is one of the funniest fucking people on YouTube, man. I actually showed a clip of the ranks and roast because you was the one who helped me debut that ranks and roast thing, and I showed a clip of that shit, man, and I have forgot how fucking hilarious that shit was, man. That shit was totally fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah, I
And,
appreciate
and
it, man.
yeah, man, you one of the funniest people, man, on YouTube. And you came back, and I noticed that you had came back on YouTube. I mean, I know you couldn't have missed this shit. You didn't miss this shit, did you?
No, man, to be honest, Teapot, man, X is it was much needed, man. It taught me a lot because
Mm-hmm.
I was getting uh too involved, and it was just like it's of course like it was important, and I appreciate all the brothers, and you and even the fellow content creators, but man, you
Mm-hmm.
don't realize like just how much what I'm saying when you take it serious, like you really treat this like another job or like something very it becomes a part of your life. So it was a relaxing thing that I needed. It was like some little time away I needed to get away from to understand and just put stuff in this proper place and perspective.
Yeah, yeah. Because this stuff will do it to you, man. I mean, I guess that's why I stopped taking it so seriously a long time ago. Because I mean, you get wrapped up in this stuff, man, and I don't know, man. It's more hilarious to me than anything else because I have some fun with it. Some of the stuff gets on my nerve, but that's only about maybe 7% of it. The other 93% of it, man, I just kind of laugh at it. it's, it's better that way, man. But I'm gonna tell you something. Since you've been gone, not much has changed. Not much has changed. Not much has changed, man. I mean, it's the same old stuff. It's the same old game. Just a few new players. To be honest with you, that wraps it up in a nutshell, for the most part. Um, so have you just been on your channel since you've been back, or
Yeah, for the most part. I think
okay,
I popped up on Bernard's and what I popped up on Platinum's. I think there's only two places I've been actually since I've been back, other than mine. Yeah, so Bernard and Plat. That's pretty much it, I think.
okay, okay? So you haven't quote unquote made the rounds, as they say.
Nah, and it's kind of deliberate, man. I'm trying to really get back into it myself and get everything established. And it's so slow because so I finally got my internet together. I moved back into my house.
Okay.
I haven't lived actually in my actual house since what 2017, 2018. So, absolutely nothing in here. I had to get internet and stuff hooked back up. I finally get my internet hooked back up, and I've had a water softener installed in here, and the dudes cut my damn line to my internet installing my water softener. So,
Mm.
what I'm saying? That's why everything's all kind of whatever. Everything happens for a reason. So,
Yeah, yeah. Just a little more time away from these Negroes. That's all that was. Just a little more time away from these Negroes. But I mean, do you? Because before you left, I had a bunch of y'all military brothers on here. A bunch of y'all. It was you. It was the general. It was brother New. A bunch of ex-military guys. I think my man brother Nick Taylor was on here. I had a bunch of y'all military guys on here, and being that you guys are military guys and ex-military guys, would y'all suggest to younger people? Well, let me ask you. I got you here. Would you suggest the military to younger fellas?
Well, this last deployment for me, man, was extremely rough. The policies and the stuff that's going on right now, especially right now, in um the possibilities of what's going to go on, I wouldn't tell anybody, me personally, to even consider joining the military for a good um 2 to 3 year span. I wouldn't do it.
Mm,
It's a lot of stuff that's uh especially with the vaccine or whatever, that's they still trying to force that, but it's a stay on it because of the legal case that's open about it. Um, just the policies and bro, I can just tell, like, the way that the political shift has changed, like, blatantly and drastically.
mm-hmm,
And just a whole lot of other stuff, man. Like I said, it's just totally different. I mean, of course, if you have nothing going on whatsoever, and you're out here about to do something foolish, hey man, that's a way better bet than being homeless, or living with your mama, or being out here down bad. Of course, like I said, there are ways to get around and do everything else. But me personally, I wouldn't suggest it right now. As an overall thing, though, definitely. If the stuff that's going on now isn't going on, and is pretty much neutral and back to normal, I would suggest it every day of the week, because it's literally a a catapult, or a rocket into future success, as long as you just make it through your first enlistment, and that's 4 or 5 years. You can't beat that.
mm, okay. Is that all branches, or do you think it's that way in all branch? Because I
Oh,
know
no, no,
you're in
no.
the
So
Navy,
yeah,
so.
so especially, I can tell you this, is even though I'm in the Navy, the number one branch I would suggest would be Air Force, and I think that's like
Mm,
consensus. Everybody always clowns and jokes on the Air Force because they're just so easy, and they're like the bougie branch, but it really is a better situation for you, no matter what. When they have deployments or whatever, it's pretty much grade A facilities and things like that. You always gonna be on land. You're never pretty much gonna be isolated away from anything. And then from there, um, army or navy, depending on how you want to do it. I just say, man, look, it's all your personality type and what you do. Like, being on the boat, man, that thing is literally like a floating jail. Like, you can't talk to anybody, no
floating
phone.
jail.
It's, you might have TV today, no TV tomorrow. If something goes on or whatever, they deliberately shut down the communications outside of the boat. So that's just stuff that runs the you run the risk of it in Navy. Every other branch, well, in Marines too, Navy and Marines, but
Mm,
any other branch for the most part, you're gonna be landlocked. So, and even if you're just um I guess locked down on the base or whatever, at least you have TV and internet and Wi-Fi and all that stuff every day.
mm. Okay, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here first. You young folks who thinking about it. You got a current person that's in the like right on the doorstep of retirement. So, listen to it and run it back a couple times if you have
Yeah,
to,
hey,
and come to your own conclusions.
and also, man, hey, if you hit me up, bro. If y'all have if you a young person out there considering, hey, even if you are a middle-aged person or older person out there, considering that you have questions or whatever, man, don't hesitate. Hit me up, email or uh IG, Twitter, all my stuff's the same. So don't hesitate if you got any questions, bro. Because like I said, at the end of the day, it's better than struggling or making a horrible decision. You know what I mean?
Yep. And shout out to brother Deshaun with the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. He says salute the Proper Thought series and Mr. Fantastic. I appreciate that, brother Deshaun. And Deshaun is a member. So when you're a member and you drop coins on this platform, you get this.
Outstanding. You just joined the page? Cool. You know it's appreciated.
Appreciate that, brother Deshaun. Um, so now that you back here, I mean, are you planning on continuing to be on YouTube? Are you planning on staying on here? We got an
Oh no,
echo.
for sure, most definitely.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at this, and I actually get to put more time into it, and working on editing and stuff like that or whatever. I'm gonna try to start doing more pre-recorded videos and stuff. But yeah, definitely. Because at the end of the day, I have a message that needs to be heard, and it's a purpose behind it. So of course, yeah. And like I said, it's just it's a way also for me to just get a lot of the stuff out of my head that's in here, vent and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're back, man. I mean, because you my dude, man. And a lot of people are shouting you out in the audience. Lady Awesome Alice says thanks for your service. Who else is up here shouting Brother Fantastic out? I know Brother Nick Taylor. He's spamming the channel and all of that. Let me see. Brother Free Zone had wrote something too. He said, I didn't know. Brother Fantastic was in the military. Dope salute, bro. Oh, damn. There goes somebody with a damn super chat. Survival with the $5 super chat. He says, is there any advice that Mr. Fantastic would give on preparing for taking the ASVAB test? That's a good question, Brother Fantastic.
Yeah. ASVAB isn't that it isn't on the level of anything that's gonna be um SAT or anything like that. So pretty much it's just a basic knowledge and skills test. The biggest thing that most people get trapped up on is not the math or the simple questions and stuff. It's the mechanical stuff. So what I would suggest that you really work on. A lot of people aren't mechanically inclined. I haven't taken the ASVAB in almost 20 years, but pretty much it's standardized. So when you get to the mechanical stuff, um, learn that. And remember too that it's timed and it's tested. It's a timed test. So keep that in mind. But there are free practice tests that you can take online. Just Google it. And I would say, study and take those practice tests as much as you possibly can for, a month or two before you seriously go take it. But just you can the thing about it is you can retake it. I think I don't want to say as many times as you want, but I know you can take it more than once. And you want to cut as high of a test as you possibly cut, of course, because the higher your test scores, the better jobs that you get. And you want to make sure you get something that is going to translate over to the civilian world, and not only transfer over to the civilian world, but pay you, heftily once you transfer over.
I hope that answers your question. Brother Survival, I appreciate that $5 super chat. You drop coins on this platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. Appreciate that $5 super chat, Brother Survival. But what I don't appreciate is you Negroes out there not hitting those likes. Y'all know I like those likes to match the amount of viewers. So go ahead, hit that damn like button, because if you don't, I will haunt your old black ass mama in her dreams. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. God damn it. But so you were gone all that time. When you're out at sea like that, do you ever get concerned about, while you're out there, a war may break out, or something that would require military action from your unit while you out there?
Well, that actually happened.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that actually happened. And shout out to Nick Taylor because I made a video alluding to it. So before everything popped off in Ukraine, we were out. So we responded to that. So even though we're not, the again, United States military is not in any war, any actual named conflict right now. You're just in support of NATO. That's all I'll say. In support of NATO. So yeah, that actually happened though, and it was not fun at all.
Wow. Wow. And I was just kind of throwing that question out there, but what do you think you're gonna miss it once you totally leave? Because you said you retire in like a year, right? Are you? Do you think you're gonna miss it? You think you're
Oh
gonna miss
no,
being in the
oh
military?
no, oh no, sir, no, not at all, man. Listen, I'm not one of these. Y'all know me, man. I'm a realist, and I take things for what they are. The military has provided me some the best opportunities probably ever from the standpoint of a corporate or just regular everyday career job. There's no other place out here you're going to work for 20 years and retire. I say all the time, I don't even know how people work a regular everyday job for what 40 plus years because what retirement age is like what 65 now. So from 18 to what I'm saying from 18 to 60 something, but that's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous to me. I don't understand how you could even do that. So
Yeah.
I get to retire at right at 40, or actually before I'm 40, and go on from this and use the skills that I developed from it to keep being successful. Another thing too, like uh just understand that, and I learned this extremely late because we just something we're not taught. Use your military pay to start you another business. You know what I'm saying? And if you do that early, you know what I mean, from from day one, you'll be so much further ahead and you'll have so much money and there's so many opportunities and things, man. Like I say, it's grants out here, scholarships, special stuff just for veterans, business loans, business grants, loan, understand the difference between a loan and a grant. Loans, of course, you got to pay it back, but you may get a interest free rate or a lower rate, and grant is just free money. So it's just so many opportunities and that the military gives you that it's a fair trade. You're gonna have your good days, you're gonna have your bad days on like everything, but it's what you make of it for the most part, and the best part about that is that you control it more so than anybody else.
Well, being gone that long, it must be tough, like on the kids, because I know you're a father too, right? So it must be tough on them having you out, out to sea all that time, huh?
Yeah, man. I'm I'm an old school dad, so things get a little rough when I'm not around. So I done had to threaten my son via email, what I'm saying, with his through his mom because he, wanted to act up a little bit or whatever. Nothing crazy, nothing serious, but how kids do. They test the limits and test the boundaries because they know, dad is dad and mom is mom. But yeah, and like I said, sometimes I couldn't even communicate at all because they had shut down the communication. Sometimes it's intentional, or like sometimes we're just in a bad area and we weren't getting any satellite service, so just literally didn't have any communication. So it gets to be kind of, I guess, frustrating at times, but they understand. Like that, my youngest, not as much because it's the first time I've really been gone for him to remember it. The first time I was gone, he was a toddler and he didn't damn know or whatever. But my older kids, they understand, and they don't give a damn now. No, it all, uh, man. I ain't heard from them in 2 months, and when I finally hear from them, Dad, I need some money. So
Oh yeah, you already know. You already know that's what that phone call is about. Dad, I need some sneakers. Dad, I need a coat. Dad, I need a something. Dad, I want an Xbox. You already know what that is. Um, but now that you are back, I mean, did you miss being in the United States? I mean, did you miss the food? Did you miss the things you see? Do you miss did you miss any of that while you were out there? Did
Man,
you
I'm
miss this damn country?
Man, I missed everything, man. Listen, that's another big thing too, and that's one of the great things that you get to see. That you don't miss something until it's gone, right? They say you don't realize you got what you got until it's gone. Yeah, man, it's just so different. Um, just living and lifestyle of the U.S. compared to Europe because we was like strictly in Europe. So
Mm,
yeah, there was a lot of things, man, that I missed. But for me, it's just my personality type. I hate being boxed in. Like I get cabin fever easy as hell. Whenever I'm home, I'm never home. You know what I'm saying? I'm always driving or out or doing something or whatever. So a boat for me is literally like a prison. It's just a floating prison. So yeah, man, there was a lot of stuff I missed. But I can tell you this, Europe, man, the food is just wow. It's it's way better. I'll say that. Or, well, not from a flavor standpoint, but just like the bread and stuff over there, it's just totally different, man. I can't even describe it.
mm. Probably better for you too, right? Is the stuff
Oh
over there
yeah,
better
most
for
definitely.
you?
Another big thing too is they don't use high fructose corn syrup. So you drink a soda and it is literally it's I can't really describe it. It's not heavy. Like it's like so high fructose corn syrup is like syrupy and it's like the drinks are like more thicker or whatever. Well, over
Hmm.
there, like the flavors are better and it's just way lighter because they use sugar versus high fructose corn syrup.
All right. And shout out to brother Kenny Conjo and how what's good, brother Kenny? Been a minute, brother. With the $10 super chat, he says salute to brother T.P.O.T and brother Fantastic. I would say the military isn't for everyone. I certainly don't regret the time served, rank made, and places lived. Have to get going. Glad to see Fantastic is safe though. I appreciate that, brother Kenny. You drop coins on this platform. You get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard earned coins on this platform. Yeah, man. I mean, everybody, man, is glad you're back. Because everybody knew you was gone, and now everybody know you back. So it's like, I think who was that who said that? Because I saw it earlier. He said, God, I missed it. He said oh, brother Eric Bird said salute T.P.O.T in chat. He said the Manosphere Prodigy son is back. Are you that man? Do you think that's a good description of you? The Manosphere Prodigy son.
Man, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's whatever. I've had so many labels, negative and positive. Man, I am whatever I am to individuals. I'm something different to every person, man. So hey, I appreciate it. If it's positive, I definitely appreciate it. If it's negative, man, hey, I'll take it. It is what it is. Like I said, the sad thing about us is you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping, man. So I just take it for the good, either way, good or bad.
Absolutely, man. I'm of the mind that the more people you have not liking you, uh, the more you're doing the right thing. Because if everybody likes you, something's going on. Something's wrong, man. You got to have at least a handful of people who hate your guts. I mean, that's kind of what it is. What does they say? What does it say in the Bible? He who he who everyone he who everyone likes, right? He who everyone likes. No, woe is he who everyone likes, because this is what they said about the false prophets. So if you telling everybody everything they want to hear, you're full of crap anyway. So some people need to reject you to a certain degree for it to make sense. And I've always kind of followed along that. So I mean, I've always followed that, whole woe to the man who everyone thinks well of. Like, I mean, especially when you talk about up here. All right, because some of these people up here are just totally ridiculous. All right, they're totally ridiculous, and they need to not like me. All right, because if they don't like me, maybe just maybe they'll stay the hell away from me. All right, maybe they'll just stay the hell away from me. But what I noticed about you since you've been back, just talking to you for this last like 40, 45 minutes, you seem different, brother. You seem you're a little more refined, you're a little more reserved, you're a little more measured. Did did you develop that in yourself while you was out to sea?
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, and that's actually a big part of the plan that just me in general, but especially for YouTube. Yeah, man, like I said, I got a chance to get away from everything and just think. What I'm saying, read some books. What I'm saying, got a little bit more knowledgeable. I learned a lot about myself. That's what it was. Like I said, I don't know. I told a story on my platform, but I'll just make it brief here. They had the whole COVID thing or whatever going on, and they were forcing people to get the booster shots, and I wasn't gonna get the booster shot. I'd already, I felt some type of way by folding into getting the vaccine in the first place. But hey, I had 20 years on the line of retirement. So when they tried that again the second time around, I just denied it and I didn't do it. And it was real tough, but it just let me know that I had another level of mental toughness, and that whole what I'm saying, even if I'm gonna be by myself, I'm with it type thing. So yeah, I just what I'm saying, I just understand the what's serious and what's not for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's good, man. Because that's well, I noticed that when I was watching you that day, and I was like, "Oh shit, brother, Fantastic is back," and you just seem so, different. Like I said, damn, I said the brother's really, really measured. Like you can kind of see it, on your face and hear it in your words as well. And man, let me tell you something. Not everybody can do that. That's not easy to, kind of refine yourself and kind of readjust yourself. And y'all hit that goddamn like button. It seemed like a lot of people can't do that either. They can't take 2 seconds and hit the damn like button. I got what, 50 of y'all in here? How come I only got 40 likes? Jesus Christ, 10 of y'all are just sitting there watching from the clouds. Come out the clouds, hit the like button, then go your black ass back up if you want to. Damn. Yeah, it's not easy to do, uh, especially when you dealing with people up here, because people up here will take you out of your character at times, and something tells me that the way you are now, that's not going to happen, no matter what they say or what
Yeah,
they
well,
do.
I'll still pop back, and like I said, I still got jokes now. We can get into we can get into the roast or whatever if necessary. But just hollering and screaming and just a lot of back and forth with unnecessary thing. And it's funny you brought the Bible up. One of my favorite scriptures, man, is hey, shake the dust off your feet, and going about your way. It's I'm just over the whole point of trying to convince people that has already made it, crystal clear that they don't want to do what's in the best interest of not only everybody else but even themselves. So once I realized I came across a bit individual like that, hey, have a nice day, sir. Have a nice day, ma'am, and I'll be on my way. It's just and two, like, hey, man, I'm about to be 40. You know what I'm saying? So like, so I'll be 39 this year. I'll be 40 next year. So hey, man, I can't be getting my pressure up as the old folks used to say over just people I don't even know, and for the most part they don't even show their face on the internet. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah.
it's just understanding.
And shout out to my brother Spiritual Logic in the house. He said, just keep detoxing and don't look, bruh. You got this, Fantastic. Yeah, yeah. Couldn't have said that better myself, man. Shout out to Brother Spiritual Logic, man. Coming in, peeping in on the brother. I appreciate it, man. I thought that, you shocked me, to be honest, because when you left, I didn't think you were gonna come back like onto YouTube. I said, man, I said, brother Fantastic gonna ride off and goddamn it retire and get his military pension and say forget all you Negroes. I didn't think you was gonna come back here. I didn't think you were. I was like, he ain't coming back to this crap.
No, and it's crazy. I had some reservations or whatever, but at the same time, like you said, like it is a brotherhood of sorts or whatever you want to call it here, and just also like I said, I have I don't want to say a mission, but I do have a message, and it could possibly turn into something way bigger. So this I don't want to say my calling, but at the same time, it's just a part of my journey to get to where I feel like I'm supposed to be ultimately.
Mm. All right. Well, shout out to brother 411, my brother Leon from the 411 Talk Zone radio show with the $10 super chat. He says, salute to you, T.P.O.T. and Mr. Fantastic. I am a former Navy man of 17 years. That's right. He's brother Leon's a veteran too, man. I think people are, I think a lot of people don't know how many, former military guys are like on YouTube, man. I mean, it's quite a few, just the few that I know. I mean, it's quite a few former military brothers, man, veterans on YouTube. I mean, quite a few. I know I got quite a few of them in my chat right now, but I appreciate that. Brother Leon, that $10 super chat, when you drop coins on the platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. Appreciate that, brother Leon. And also, shout out to my brother Clue with the 4.99 super chat. He said, I have some bad news, Mr. Fantastic. The game versus tricking debate is still going on. It is? I thought that was over.
Man, listen. One of the craziest things that happened while I was on the boat was I discovered Twitter. So I had a Twitter account, but I never ever used it because they were far worse than YouTube when it came to like getting blocked or just anything outside of what they wanted to hear from a political standpoint. But yeah, so man, I'm telling you that what we talk about over here is nothing compared to Twitter, man. Twitter is super crazy. So every day over there, it's the 50-50 debate, the submission debate, the divestors, the game versus lames. They just now finding out about the passport bros on Twitter, so they passport bros going through it over there, and it's just crazy, man. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all.
And well, some things never change and they never will, unfortunately. But shout out to Brother Clue for the 4.99 super chat. Appreciate that, brother. You drop coin on this platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. So, since you've been back on this YouTube stuff, have you seen anything that actually surprises you, slash impresses you, slash disappoints you?
Nah. Like I said, I pretty much saw it all. I saw it all before I left. And as far as like the emotional attachment, I'm like you, X. Like I said, I've learned that lesson. I don't have an emotional attachment to this stuff anymore. You know what I'm saying? I understand what it is. And I just move accordingly for the. It's gotten a lot more entertaining. I laugh a whole lot more now because shout out to Clue, like he said, some of the stuff that's still getting talked about, or the stuff that people are still angry over or whatever, is just funny to me. So no, it's no real surprises or anything, but yeah, for me it's just a whole lot more enjoyable because it's just funny.
Yeah. I mean, this stuff is just crazy, man. It's just some of it's just insane, man. It's insane. Um, when I think about it, because I often talk about this YouTube stuff, and you've been around me, you've been dealing with me for a long time, brother. Fantastic. I've had freaking everybody you could possibly think of on this channel. And I'm proud of that because you've been here. I mean, you kind of helped me build the league just from your presence. Just you being here and debating with Negroes and all that kind of stuff. And by the way, brother Fantastic only has one defeat, y'all. He's one of my debaters who did very well. Him, brother Ramil, BMT, Ji. Nate, I think they have like the most wins on this channel. And like I said, brother Fantastic only has one defeat, and his defeat came by way of the only undefeated person on this channel, as a matter of fact. So there is that, man. Y'all need to go back in the archives, man, and see Brother Fantastic, not only on the ranks and roast, but you can catch him on many, many debates. Like I said, many, many debates that he won. So y'all need to go and check those things out because there's a bunch of them, y'all. There is a bunch. Well, let me ask you this: when y'all out at sea, and y'all kind of hanging out, y'all ain't working, what do you do when when you don't have something to do? What do you do out
Well,
at
for
sea,
me,
man?
so for y'all that don't know, it's 7 days a week, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So you work 12-hour shifts 7 days a week. You work every single day that you're out at sea. And usually, when you're working and you're at work, you gotta work. But when you got your off time, for me, it was the gym every day. I went to the gym every single day, like literally every day. Only days I didn't go to the gym is like if we was getting off the boat or something. Or I did. I think I messed my back up like one time, so I might have missed out like a couple of days. But outside of if I'm healthy, I'm in the gym. Outside of that, eating, of course, they serve food 3 times a day. You got breakfast. Well, actually four. So you got breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then mid rats. Uh, After the most of the people on days after that, they're not in the gym or whatever. Everybody goes down to the mess decks. They play spades. They have like little video game tournaments and stuff like that or whatnot. So it's a lot of stuff options for you to do. Surprisingly, you wouldn't think it, but yeah, it's a lot of people. But off work time is usually like whatever your recreation of choice is, and sleep pretty much.
Was you balling? Can you play ball? Like on your spare time, is there a gymnasium
Oh,
put you to play
so yeah,
basketball?
so not so I. So funny thing is I did win the last tournament they had on the boat. So what I'm saying, I retired my boat sneakers with a win. Another tournament won for me. But it's very rare. That some boats sometimes they do it all the time, but they got so many aircraft that be there, they don't really have space. So what they'll do is they have like a recreation day or still beach picnic. Done. Still beach picnics with like where they take all the stuff up on the flight deck and drinks, barbecues, burgers, all those different things. So
Okay.
yeah, it was seldom, but they did more volleyball and soccer and stuff. But one thing anybody that's been in the Navy can tell you is non-skid is undefeated. So you got to be careful because if you fall or you hit something, just everything on that boat's gonna win. Let's just say that. you're not finna you're not finna fall. You're not finna brush. You're not finna run into nothing and just be all right. You run into that damn boat. There's definitely gonna be an L you take.
Wow. A shout out to Honey Barbecue with the $2 super chat. Coin drop for the baby, please. Absolutely. When you drop coins on this platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. Appreciate that $2 super chat, Honey Barbecue. And also, shout out to Bray J with the $10 super chat. He said, welcome back, fantastic. I am a former U.S. Navy vet. 8 year. I was the last of the torpedo man. Salute to T.P.O.T. Hopefully something occurs so that you can bring up them old mamas. They are in the U.S. Navy too. Are they? I appreciate that, brother Bray J, that $10 super chat. You know, you drop cards on this platform, you get this, my brother. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. Appreciate that, brother Bray J. What, them old mamas is in the damn Navy too? No way. No way they're there too. On the boat. No way.
And T.P.O.T, you'll be surprised, man. It was just one chick. They become mamas. They get out of that deployment. T.P.O.T. I knew at least 3 of those situations, man. Yeah, like 3 chicks got floated off the boat for getting pregnant. So that's a get out of deployment free ticket.
Yeah, because once you knocked up, that's it, right? They got to fly you out of there, right?
Oh yeah,
Once
they
you
gotta
knocked
get you
up?
out of there. Yeah, they gotta get you out of there immediately.
Okay. Wow. I mean, you would think that if you're a Navy lady, well, do you think they do it on purpose? Is it done purposely?
T.P.O.T, is fat meat greasy, as they say? Okay.
Let me go ahead and get knocked
water
up so I
wet?
can get up out of here.
Is water wet? Yeah, listen, man. Hey, man. Allegedly, yes. That is a guaranteed, one of the very few guaranteed ways to get out of deployment. So, yeah, man, I've seen it happen.
Wow, man. I don't know how much time you got, but I know some people probably want to ask you some questions. Are you willing to answer some questions before you?
Yeah, man.
Before you,
You know, T.P.O.T, man. I always make time for you, bro. You know what I mean? You
okay.
always look out for me. So yeah, if someone want to come up and ask questions, I got no problems.
All right. So if you want to come up, if you want to come through, you know what to do. The email is properthethought@yahoo.com. That's properthethought, one word, no caps, at yahoo.com. Drop me an email. You can come up here. Brother Fantastic said he's willing to answer some of you Negroes' questions. So go ahead and shoot me an email if you wish to come through and chop it down with Brother Fantastic. But it's crazy, right? Because you got these women, they military women or whatever, and you thinking that, they just want to be, career military broads and all this kind of stuff. And the next thing you know, they got a baby in their gut, and now you got to fly them on up out of here. It's just nuts, man. But I guess it's all over the world, right? I mean, because tonight, I did a story tonight from Brazil because I've been doing this for, I don't know, for months now. Every night I do a story about a mother who's either killed her kids, neglected her kids, sold the kids, threw the kids in the garbage. And I'm doing from all over the world, not just America. I do it like tonight. I did one from Brazil. I've done ones from India. I've done ones from Nigeria. I've done ones from the UK, Australia. So it's all over the world. It's not one place. I mean, it's debatable what place is the worst, but it's all over the place, man. I don't know, man. I mean, I do not know what goes through people's minds, and I don't think I'm ever going to try to find out. All I know is you got some of these people who I think are totally insane, and I'm not even of the mind that they should be locked up or, we should force them to go to a psychiatrist. But what we need to do is to put a fluorescent orange and yellow and green straitjacket on them, so at least we can see them coming so we can avoid them. I'm of that mind. Either that or put that fluorescent orange, yellow C on their head, so we know they're crazy, and we can avoid them. And if you ask for the link, make sure you check your spam. If you ask for the link, make sure you check your spam. So, what do you think is what do you think is keeping a lot of people from joining the military, right? Because you talked about the military tonight, and the stuff you would only know by being in the military or hearing it from somebody. So it's not like people have these tales of other people coming back saying, "Oh, don't go." What do you think keeps why isn't more brothers joining the military in your opinion?
Well, the military structure part is a big part of it, and I really can't blame them. Having to take orders and stuff like that. Um, and then too, a lot of people have, um, more people get out than people that do retire or make it a career and stay in permanently. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people do have bad reviews or bad experiences, but what they don't tell them is like, hey, they got caught smoking weed, or they got caught stealing something out of the next, or what I'm saying, they never showed up to work on time. They so they went to mass like 8 times and finally got kicked out. So, and they
Mm-hmm.
never and I've literally seen that Teapot before, a person that um got kicked out of the Navy and then got out and made it just seem like, they was racist and they were this, they was that. I'm like, brother, it had nothing to do with racism. You were a thief, brother. You were you were you were, you were a klepto, man. But
Yeah.
they never say that. So, a lot of people, especially in the social media age, just, get out and tell whatever their variation of the story is as to why they weren't successful. And people hear it, then you combine that with the fact of the matter that they already don't want to have to follow orders from anyone, and that's a big part of it.
Yeah. God forbid you have to follow some degree of structure, or have a degree of discipline. Absolutely. I think a lot of us lack that. So, and like brother Kenny Conjo said earlier, I mean, I think it's not for everybody, but I think it's the answer for some brothers. I think for some brothers, they would probably be better off if they went to the military. Some because you got some of these young dudes, man, just walking around here lost, right? I think it would be a good thing for some of them. Maybe not even for most of them, but I think there's a small minority of brothers who would actually benefit, from going. Because I say all the time, I wish I had went to the military. Because I got a lot of military guys in my family. I got a lot of military guys in my family. Because if I had went to the military, probably right now I'd be rich. I'd be rich at my age right now because I would have went, I stayed in there, I saved my money, and I'd be rich probably. So I say this all the time, and I tell this to some of the younger fellas in my family who are teenagers to not write off going to the military. I don't tell them direct, oh, you should go, but I tell them don't write that off as an option. Don't write it off. Keep your options open, man, because you know a lot of dudes. You always hear all this stuff, these reports about military veterans. They homeless and they living in tent city and all this kind of stuff. But what they don't tell you is that military service is one of the fastest ways for brothers to bounce into the middle class. I know that that's a statistical fact. All right, so brothers who thinking about going to the military, don't just be discouraged because they tell you how you get out the military and you'll be sleeping underneath the bridge and all this sort kind of foolishness they be saying. What they leave out is that brothers who go to the military have a tendency to enter the middle class quicker than brothers who don't. They say that's kind of like the fastest way to get there. So just keep that in mind, brothers. And I'm sure Brother Fantastic would agree with that.
Yeah, you gotta definitely keep keep your mind and your lines open and clear, man, as much as possible because stuff moves around really fast out here, man. And uh, assess yourself. That's the biggest thing too. You know, you not one of these. You know, you never gonna follow orders. You don't want nobody telling you what to do. Or don't waste your time and possibly make it harder for yourself in life by going to the military and getting kicked out or anything crazy.
Yep. And shout out to Awesome Alice with the $5 super chat. She said, "Coins for all service members, Team USA. We, the people, are grateful. One nation under God with liberty and justice for all. Hashtag Americans do it better." I appreciate that, Lady Alice. You know, when you drop coins on this platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. Appreciate that, Lady Alice, that $5 super chat. But we have been joined by my brother, the one and only Nick Taylor, is here. Brother Taylor, what's good with it, man?
What's going on, Brother X? What's up, fam?
What's up, Nick? What's going on, man?
Oh, shoot, man. Hey, I didn't tell them I would shoot fantastic emails just for the hell of didn't want nothing, just checking on him while he was out there. While he was
Yeah,
out
one of
there
the
and
one of the
whatnot.
few, man. One of the very few. I appreciate that.
No, man, I'm like, man, I said, man, this my dude right here. And I would even say, man, I don't want nothing. Ain't nothing going on out here. I'm just checking on you, bro. But that's the way I am, man. You know, people I like, and especially, folks out, that's out here trying to hold it down. But man, that 20, man, fantastic. I said the Saint, I was like, man, done. This is it. This, that, another. Dude, everything was fine that first 2 weeks. After about 2 weeks, I was, man, I don't think I missed the system. I just missed the men. You know what I'm saying? Some of the men that I was around. You know what I mean? That you just over, the course of 20 freaking years, that you didn't get to be with, because, like with me being an artilleryman, the only place you're gonna go is an artillery unit. You know what I'm saying? So the odds of y'all crossing each other's path is very high versus like you being a wheeled vehicle mechanic. Hell, you can go anywhere, medical detachment, transportation, infantry, you can go anywhere. But artilleryman, you ain't going nowhere but artillery. So that's the way that, hey, but bruh, you made it out. Man, I mean, well, you ain't out yet, but you done made it. You made it back. That's all that matters. The naysayers, let them neigh, let them talk shit. Well, you should have done, and you should have done. And normally the ones like that is the ones that couldn't even fuck walking a mile in your shoes. They probably couldn't even lace the some bitches up.
And most definitely, man. I got plenty of shoes, so you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know you and them shoes, man. Yeah, but it is what it is. Everybody got their own thing, Everybody got their own thing. But shoot, man, as long as you got your plan, stick to the plan. That's it. When people talk to me about the military, I say, man, don't ask me. You have to ask yourself. Say, because number one, it ain't for everybody. A lot of people don't know. We're less than 2% of the population. You know that. I know you already know all the stats and whatnot. So, but we're less than 2% of the population. It ain't for everybody. And especially, but like you said, same thing. Get you a job, something that you can either transfer over or do something where you can make some fast rank and sit on your coin and go to school or do something when you get out. That's you pretty much said it all.
Yeah, man. And shout out to Honey Barbecue with another $10 super chat. She says the American school system has failed us. Grateful. I don't exactly know what the hell that means, according to the conversation, but I appreciate that $10 super chat. When you drop coins on this platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. I appreciate that $10 super chat, Honey Barbecue. I was telling Brother Fantastic, Brother Taylor, I didn't think he was gonna like come back because before he left, I knew he was close to retirement. I thought he was just gonna go ahead and retire, right on off into the sunset, and we would probably like see him here and there, like pop up on a stream here and there. I didn't think he was coming back to this, to this whole YouTube thing. To be honest, I said, man, Brother Fantastic ain't coming back to this shit, and I don't blame him. God damn it, but he's back. He's back.
Yeah, I figured he would come back. I figured if he didn't come back, I wouldn't blame him whatsoever. But if he did come back, that's cool. Because we all, like y'all said, I was listening. We all got our detractors, but I really do think we have more people. Each of us three here have more supporters than we have detractors.
Oh yeah,
I really believe that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, the people who, your interlocutors, if you will, they're a minority in the crowd for the most part, right? It's a handful of people. Even if you got 20 of them, for every person you got that kind of enjoys your stuff, you probably got 10, 20, 30, whatever people, that actually, think you're the bee's knees, I guess. So they're a relatively small part of your YouTube following, right? They have a tendency to make the most noise. They will make themselves seem bigger than what they are. They'll make themselves seem like they are, a bigger problem than they really are. But, like I've been saying for the past kind of few days, I kind of look at them like this. So, yeah.
Who is that little person?
That's Kratos. That's Kratos and Kronos. And that's kind of how I look at them. It's like, really? Really? Like a
Kronos
fleet?
from
From God of War.
God of War.
Yeah. That's how I kind of look at it, man. To be honest. I know it sounds really, really conceited and self-righteous, but I don't give a crap. It's what I think of it. This is exactly what I think of it. No kidding.
Hey, I'll take self-righteous over self-wrongest.
That's what I think of it. See that little man right there?
Hey, man, get your hands off me, man.
Yeah, it's like, man, get out of here. Get out of here. Like, really? But, like I said, we all have these people, man, who, got a problem with us for whatever reason. But I figure if you got people who got all these problems with you, man, that means you're doing something right. So, you just kind of leave it at that. Well, let me ask you, Brother Taylor, because you're ex-military guy too. Do you ever sit down and, think about it or miss it or wish you had stayed longer? Or do you ever think about that when it comes to the military?
I used to, but I figured, especially once I had having children growing up, I'm like, all right, dude, you only got 8 left to go. People, that's a long time. I said, no, and I said, because 8, okay, my baby, she 2. I got 8 years left, so she'll be 10. You know what I'm saying? So, when I'm done. So, that's not bad. I ain't gonna miss too much at 10. And which I didn't. I mean, just stuck it out. And like I say, it's a lot of friends, because you have to remember, X, there was no such thing as social media when I joined in 1983. No such thing existed. It wasn't social media was meeting your boys in the middle of the parking lot in front of the barracks talking shit. That was social media. But now with these I hear they get to carry phones on them and whatnot. I heard they even get to keep their phones during certain times during basic training and whatnot. I can't even wrap my brain around that. But I don't know. But I mean, do I miss some of the things? Yes. Some things I do, some things I don't, but there's more people, certain people that I miss more so than anything. Yeah, I found some via social media, and then we trade numbers and talk smack, and we actually had our own roundup 18 core 18th core artillery from we had our thing had to go to North Carolina out there by UX, had to go back go to Fayetteville and had our little meetup. Man, I ain't seen in freaking years. Some of them look exactly the same, and we picked up where we left off, and some of them, you know, they had to shake your memory. But I miss them, man. I mean, you'll never, good, right, wrong, good, bad, or ugly, you will never forget them. You'll never. I bet you, Fantastic he could tell you the name of his instructors that he had when he went to boot camp.
Yeah, oddly enough, yeah.
Yeah. You never forget. You probably can still hear them if you think about it, right? But
yeah, because one dude had a real like nasally female voice. So yeah, that was incredibly annoying.
Yeah, but you know, mine, like I said, I'll never forget Drill Sergeant Hunt, Drill Sergeant Smith, Drill Sergeant Segovia, and Senior Drill Sergeant Vera. Never. I mean, man, I can still hear them damn Four Stooges yelling at me. Like, I'm standing right here. Why are you yelling? Now, of course, I didn't say that out loud. You know, you just kind of keep that to yourself.
Well, let me ask you this, Brother Taylor, because you talked about how now, you know, in the military, they get to walk around with their phones and do all this kind of stuff.
I wouldn't make it.
I wouldn't make.
I wouldn't make it in today's I wouldn't make it.
Has the military gotten softer since you've been in, Brother Taylor?
I think so. They were starting to go that way. Now, you know, they wasn't flying the rainbow flags and whatnot in 2003. You know what I mean? But you know, towards the end. But now I look, because I got family members that's active duty right now. I got 5 family members that's active duty. And yikes. I mean, you know, they're the non-combat MOSs, they seem to be like super soft. Now the thing, Ranger school is still Ranger school. You know what I'm saying? Snipers is still sniper. Field artillery is still field artillery. Tank, you know, armor is still armor. Infantry is still infantry. Thank good. But for every, last time I checked, us, what we call teens, because those are the MOSs in the Army that do the combat, you know, 12 series, 13 series, or to 18 series, you know what I'm saying? 19 series. When you hear teen, that's the guy that shoots for that shoots for a living. It's like you have combat arms, then you have the rest of the Army, if that makes any sense. Because we're in a whole different world than the cooks, the clerks, we got our own cooks, clerks, and medics, but you ought to hear the ones that's been in when they get assigned to us, and they be like, damn, how the hell I get assigned to an artillery detachment? Well, we need cooks too. We need radio repair people too. We need, we need medics too. But and they man, y'all outside, y'all make too much noise. All y'all shit is heavy. Hey, welcome to field artillery, damn it. You know, so that's just That's just the way it is. But from what I'm looking at now and listening to the 5 family members I got in, I wouldn't make it. Because X, the way we used to talk, look, motherfucker, what the hell is wrong with you? Dude, pay fucking attention. God damn it. That's the way that's just the way we talk. That was just a, what do you call it? A term of endearment. You know what I mean? You say that now, but I have to remember also, being an artilleryman, I didn't have to deal with female soldiers. So, I'm always, I'm 3-3 artillery, 1-3 artillery. I mean, 329 artillery, 18 Corps Air Mobile at Fort Bragg, Second Armored Cavalry in Bamberg, Germany, first of the 15th Field Artillery, Camp Casey, Korea, 3-5 artillery, Chokmakli, Turkey. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't around no chicks. But that's probably just, some of the dudes even seem a little soft now. They got this stuff called a stress card now, where when in basic training, drill sergeant does what we call dust off, dusting your ass off in the pit. You can pull out the stress card that you're tired, and the drill sergeant got to stop dusting you off for at least 2 minutes. Ain't that some shit? What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, y'all army shit is totally different.
Well, we've been
I'm quite sure
joined. We've been joined by my brother Leon Jones from 411 Talk Zone Radio Show. Brother Leon, what's good with it, man? Let me just shout out this super chat right quick before you jump in. Shout out to Brother Bray J with another $10 super chat. He said a friend of mine who is an admin member of a school district told me in 2009 another reason why teens aren't signing up is because districts are intentionally limiting the visits from recruiters. Oh, so they're stopping the recruiters from coming into the high schools. That's something, huh? Well, everybody's woke, right? So well, let me go ahead and acknowledge him. Then I want to ask all you brothers this question because I meant to ask it before. And actually, because you donated more than $20, my brother, you get this. A big coin drop on this platform. Appreciate those super chats, brother Bray J. What's good, brother Leon? Let me shoot this to all of y'all. Do you think that woke has affected the military? The whole woke about everything, because that's probably why they're stopping them from coming to the schools, right? Because the schools are woke now. So is this whole woke movement has it had an effect on the military?
I'm gonna say Brother X, and shout out to the panel, Brother Nick Taylor. We were on a panel for the Old Negro session 2 weeks ago, and shout out to Mr. Fantastic, Navy man as well. I believe it does have an effect because a lot of woke schools don't like the military, and the military, in my humble opinion, when I got in, and I came 5 years after Brother Nick Taylor, and I came in on the last stint in the 80s when they were allowed to hit you too. I mean, you came in, you tell them you're from New York, the boatswain's mates and those SEALs, because I was at Great Lakes. Great Lakes was much bigger than it is now. And back in those days, yeah, they were allowed to hit you then. And then they kind of cut that out. And then the tailhook scandal came up in 1992 with the female pilots in Las Vegas. But when it comes to the military, colleges, they don't even like the military either.
Hold on a second. I can't let you breeze by that, brother Leon. What was the tailhook scandal?
The sexual harassment.
Oh yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday.
Remember,
Okay.
yeah, back in 1992, and when President Clinton was in office, they were cutting back on the military. So I got out
Yep.
in 1993 and I joined the reserves, and they had what you called high year tenure. If you didn't make a certain pay grade in a certain amount of years, they would they would discharge you. And on your DD 214, a lot of people don't understand the code. If you have an RER1 on your DD 214, that means you could re-enlist in some other branch, particularly the reserves, because when I got out in 93, other branches weren't taking you for full time. So I just went to Navy Reserves and went in as a CB in a construction battalion. And the only reason why I got out, I would have done 20, but I tried to be an officer. I was getting ready to pin E6 on, but I got out as a second class petty officer because my unit, NMCB 23, at Fort Belvoir, if you're familiar with that, brother Nick Taylor, down in Virginia, that's where we were.
Yes, sir, in Virginia. Yep.
It decommed. And I was also on a carrier, the USS Abraham Lincoln. They went from Norfolk out to California, and I went on to, we call it the Green Navy. I was on LPD 4, the USS Austin. We were up there with the Charleston, the USS Wasp, and all kinds of amphib ships. So we had Marines and SEALs on our boats. But back in the days, just like Fantastic said, we were doing 12 on, 12 off. We had 4 meals a day: breakfast, lunch, dinner, mid-rats, played spades. With the Navy, what I liked about it is I came in as an E3 since I had college credits. So I went from E3 to E5 in less than 4 years because, you pass your, I don't know if they have them there, brother Fantastic, in the Navy now, but we used to have these rate training manuals, your 3 and 2s. We had to take those so we could pass the Navy-wide exam to go to the next pay grade. And if you made the first cut, you would get paid immediately. But if you made, let's say, the 4th cut, they'd let you put it on, but you get paid a little later on. You get what we call frocked in the Navy. From E4 to E6, I believe, and I don't know about the Army, but the Navy, you made pretty fast rank depending on what rate you were in. Now, a question that was asked, is the military soft today? Yeah, it's soft today. I wouldn't even make it in today's military. I wouldn't do it. It's they're woke too. The only one that really isn't woke is the Marines. So, but
they put my ass straight out. They put me smooth the hell out, nothing flat.
Yeah, they put me out too. I just don't like the way it's set up now. Boot camp is easier. I remember I went in and I had a big mouth. I had to go through the gas chamber 3 times, and that gas was horrible too. You ever done that gas chamber?
Man, I was quiet as a church mouse. They didn't even. They ain't even. No, I was there. I'm telling you, I still remember one time drill because you know how they treat certain soldiers. They keep their foot on the problem children, and your ones, that's moving right along with their training. They don't ride you so bad. I still remember to go, Taylor, what? Go back to here, give keys. Go to my car. Go back in my car and get my this. I can't remember something he sent me to go get. I'm running back, run this car, get it out of, and here 2 drill sergeants, I guess, from another battalion, training battalion or something, run by, and I grab the stuff and I stop, and they look at me. What are you? Who are you? What unit you in? Da. Who is it? Drill Sergeant Segovia. He asked me, get the. You're in Delta 3-5? Yeah. Y'all in week 7. Yeah. How come I ain't never seen you before?
Now,
because I stay out of freaking trouble. That's why y'all ain't never seen me.
Now, brother Taylor, I almost went into the Army, and guess what job that they were going to give me? I said, yeah, I want to, I'm getting an engineering degree. I was working on that. They were going to put me in there as a 12 Bravo. I said, wait a minute. Now, an 11 Bravo, we call them bullet catchers. So a 12 Bravo, you're just a more of a specialized person that builds bridges and then blows them up, and you're still an infantryman.
Yeah, combat engineers.
That's
Yeah.
exactly where they're going to put me in
Yep.
there too.
Combat engineers.
Yeah.
Man, hey, I'm telling you, as an artilleryman, I love my damn combat engineers. Man, they make our lives so much freaking easier. Now, I know because I know the ship fantastic. I remember when he told me he was on. I still remember over in Desert Storm, the one of the last volleys of the battleships, the Iowa class battleships.
Oh yeah.
They were shelling inland from the sea. We're on the ground. We're on the ground. You can actually hear them 16-inch shells when they go. You can hear them. You can hear it. It's the strangest sound in the world. But being our now, of course, theirs is way bigger than ours because we're 155 millimeter. They're 16 inchers. God damn. I mean, man, but I can't. It's one of them things you can't explain it. You know what I mean? You just the sensation, just the sound of them going over us to land, to hit spots on the inland where we wind up going later on. But crazy.
Yeah, and I don't even know how the Navy is now because when I got in, we had to wear those black shoes. We called them boondockers, and we had to wear them dungarees, and we looked like we were marching around. We had stencils on like we were in jail. They changed the uniforms now. I don't even know if they wear the Cracker Jack uniform anymore. Brother Fantastic could probably tell me if they do or not. But yeah, we had to wear that. But yeah, we had
you still got dress blues.
Oh, you still got dress blues?
Yeah.
What about
they just changed the whites though. The whites are a little different.
Oh, they don't wear the whites anymore?
So now you got dress whites, but your dress whites are like the white version of your dress blues. So it has piping on it now, and you can zipper it to put it on.
Okay. Now
but you wear utilities though. But you wear utilities as well, don't you?
Nah, those days are over with too, Nick.
So
when I first got utilities,
y'all still wear the uniform that look like the guy on the Cracker Jack box?
Yeah, but that's like special occasion or you getting jammed up.
Oh yeah, we go to captain's mask. Captain's mask. That's what you wore. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we call it Article 15, but I know the Navy call it Captain's Mask, but in Army it's called Article 15. Pretty much the same thing.
Usually when you went there, if you did something, because we had a guy, he got out with the big chicken dinner because he wanted to blow up the ship. So he didn't get most of the guys that went to Captain's Mask, so they got a 45, if you know what that is. Every military has that. 45 days in the brig, and 45 days reduction in rank or something like that. Yeah.
We had summary because you had summarized Article 15. That was done at the unit level. That's for something that wasn't too crazy. But field grade Article 15 is done, by a field grade officer. Normally you're a battalion or brigade commander because he's a field grade officer.
Right.
And normally you're gonna lose a stripe or two. You might get some restriction. You might get 30, 60, 90 days or something. It just depends. Me, I got in 20 years, I got one bad counseling statement. One. That's it. And I'm good with that.
Well, educational wise, and Brother Fantastic can attest to this. Here's what hasn't been told. Yeah, I got the GI Bill. It's better now. But when you get out, you get what they call a transcript. So if you make rank, depending on how high your rank is, you get college credits for that because going to a regular college out here, I was able to use some of my credits, especially the CB credits that I got, because I actually, believe it or not, I made E5 twice. See, when I got out of the active duty, they took me down a rank because I had to start over because I was brand new in the EA rate, and then that's when I put E6 on, and I was just too old to become an officer because I just got my college degree in engineering at 43, and the cutoff was 42, and I said I got to get out of here. So I got out in 2006 after from 88 to about 18 years. I did 17, 18 years. I wish I'd done 20. I wish I'd done 20 like you all did.
Shout out to Brother Bray J with another $5 super chat. Brother Bray J showing off with his money up in here tonight. He said in 2009, the wokety woke thing wasn't quite a thing then. He said, my admin friend told me that districts want to be known for college graduates, not soldiers. I'd have to agree with that, Brother Bray J. Because you've dropped more than $20 on this chat tonight, you get this. A big coin drop on the platform. Appreciate those super chats, Brother Bray J. Let me ask y'all something. What do you brothers think? And I guess this is more so for Brother Taylor and Brother Leon. What do you brothers think about the Camp Lejeune thing? What's your take on that?
I was waiting on my brother because my brother, that was his first and last duty station because he was a Marine. So I'm waiting on him to fill me in on it, and until I hear from Mr. Big Man Restless, I'm gonna keep my powder dry.
I need more information on that because when I was a CB, I did 2 tours down there at Camp Lejeune. That's down in Jacksonville. I know exactly where that is, just down the US 17 from Cherry Point. That's a Marine base. So I don't really have much info about it, but I know some Marines. Once I get some info, I could pass it out there myself. I'm just hearing about it.
Okay. Brother Fantastic.
I don't know a whole bunch about it, but I know about the water down in Jackson, Mississippi, and I know who dropped the ball on that, just like I know who dropped the ball in my home state of Michigan with the Flint thing, but they try to pass the buck on to somebody else, but I ain't gonna let that get in the way of this conversation. I'm just glad that my boy Fan back. Man, boy, and now y'all was talking about haters. I remember I'm on channels and people talking, and Mr. Fantastic. I said, wait, hey man, I'm cool with Fantastic. Oh, I need to get the F off your channel then. Yeah, you do. I mean, look, you didn't bang on the door and kick over my coffee table when you came in. Why you gonna do all that when you leave? Just leave.
Yeah.
Just leave. You ain't gotta do all that. Here, let me hand you this little stuffed doll. Touch on this doll where Fantastic hurt you, okay? Show me on this doll.
Show me
where
on
Mr.
the doll.
Fantastic hurt you. But boy, them things with him and Taz used to be. That shit used to be crazy. I'm like, I don't see how you do it, bro. I can't do it. I can't do it because them. I mean, man, some of the crazy stuff these people say, and dude, it's the internet. Okay, you don't like my thought process on this. Cool, great. Tell you what, I won't come to your house. I know I'm not invited to the picnic. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not coming to your I don't ever come. You notice something? Your haters follow you, don't they? For people that hate you, they can't stay away from you.
They really like you.
Yeah, that's definitely the truth.
Yeah. Well, we have a culture of, you got these people who, and I've been saying this a lot the last couple of weeks, you got these people who claim they don't want to be somewhere, while they're standing in the middle of that somewhere. And then you have people who aren't wanted where they are, but they will not leave. It's the craziest of things.
Yeah, it
They
don't
won't
make
get,
sense.
yeah, they won't get the hell away from a place that they claim they don't want to be, and somewhere where they're not wanted, they refuse to leave. It's stupid. It's just stupid at this point, man. It's totally stupid. It's totally stupid, man.
Yeah, I think
It's
where
totally stupid.
I think where well, Mr. Fantastic wasn't here. I think where it started to go, and I went down there. We had a Manosphere meetup down in Atlanta, and you did the actual the voiceover for that. People were trying to hate it away,
Yes.
brother X.
Oh yeah.
We had
Oh
nearly
yeah.
100 people down. I drove myself 9 hours from Lafayette, Indiana, where I live, down to Atlanta, and it was well worth it. And they thought it was going to be about women. It was networking, and the other people still can't stand it.
They
Yeah, it's
canceled the Texas one. So, because
Yeah.
that's the one I was going to go to, was the Texas one.
I think that's in
Well-
North Carolina, down in Exetertown in 2020.
Yeah, they're supposed to be doing it next year here. At least that's what I've heard. So far, I don't know.
It
They
might
do it. They do it here. I'll be forced to show up.
Oh,
especially
yeah.
if they do it. Because downtown is only like the 20 minutes away from my house. I won't be able to make an excuse. I won't be able to make any excuses. But shout out to Brother Bray J with another $10 super chat. He said, think about it. If you keep sending teens to the service, they'll less likely be in student loan debt like the straight out of high school college students. The U.S. monetary system needs debt slaves to thrive. Can't say that I disagree with that. And once again, man, Brother Bray J, I appreciate that $10 super chat, man. For now on, for the rest of this night, you get this. Uh-oh. A big coin drop on the platform. Yo.
About it, military.
My bad.
If you send someone to the military, it will get them out of the house. You won't have anybody living in that house till they're 30 years old. We talked about that. See, a lot of that now.
Down there living in a cellar next to the damn boiler.
I was doing everything for him.
We're living down in the basement. This motherfucker 45. He's still down in the cellar, waiting for mom to die, boy.
on YouTube in the dark, talking a bunch of nothing.
Yeah, in the dark, just in the shadows, giving everybody a tutorial about manhood. Meanwhile, this motherfucker 43, and you just keep hearing the boiler fire over. You're like, what the hell? What the hell is that damn noise in the background? Because you keep hearing, like every 20 minutes or so. You're like, what the hell? Then you figure it out. You're like, God damn, that's a goddamn boiler. Motherfucker bed next to the boiler and the hot water heater and shit. Man, get out of here.
Well, it get cold in that basement in the wintertime. So, you got to sleep next to the boiler, get some heat.
Yeah. Because ain't too much heat down in the basement because, the boiler forces it all up. It all goes upward.
You live in a cold weather state like I live in, and you in the basement.
It's crazy. But that's kind of the essence of YouTube and other media platforms, right? I mean, you got a bunch of freaking people telling you a bunch of crap. A lot of them ain't even qualified to be telling you about a lot of this crap that they tell. Because number one, I don't want to hear shit about manhood from you if your black ass is 42 years old and still living in your grandma's cellar. You're not the person to be talking to anybody about manhood, all right? Especially not me, all right? Also, don't be talking to me about money if your ass don't own shit. All right, don't be talking to me about none of that shit. I ain't trying to listen to your black ass. I mean, but there's a lot of that on media where you have these people who aren't really qualified to be giving other people instructions about anything. let alone life, manhood, your relationships, and all that. They're not even qualified, man. They're not qualified to be telling you about these things. They're not. But here we are. You got all these people who giving you all this advice. Like I said, the dude sitting down there giving you the manhood soliloquy, and you keep hearing that damn boiler fire over. Get your ass out of here. But let
Plenty
me
of them out there.
Oh, yes it is. Let me ask Brother Fantastic this. I mean, now that you're back, you know, and you're back for good, would you consider like living in another country, or because you've been all over the damn world? I mean, would you consider, like living somewhere else besides the United States because you've seen so much of the world?
Well, I actually was thinking about that. I had that conversation. As of now, everything's cool. So, I mean, that's not, but consider it. Yeah, I've already considered it. Depending on, what this economy is going to do here over the next little period is going to determine a lot of that. So, yeah, I've definitely, looked into that.
Okay. So, if you did happen to move to another country, would you become quote unquote passport bro? I think they're referring to.
Man,
Would you be one of?
no, man,
Go
I
ahead.
would just pull I'll pull the military expansion card or something, man. I'm not no passport bro. I'm just like, that come with the occupation.
Okay.
Is there a place that you didn't get to travel to in the Navy that you wanted to go?
No, I haven't I didn't do anything South America wise. So yeah, I've yet to do that, but I'm definitely gonna be hitting up South America once I get a chance to.
Yeah, because I remember watching you. You was somewhere in Italy, and you was waiting on your food. I remember that, and you're like, oh dang, this chick on my show all loud and whatnot. God dang, let me move. I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
man.
sitting there, yeah, waiting on your food because what you was in Italy. I remember watching you in Spain, and I remember watching you somewhere else. That was funny as hell. Then I'm looking at that food. I'm like, man, that food looked funny.
He said, Brother Fantastic said the food is cleaner though overseas. Like, it
It
doesn't
is.
have all this
It
other
is.
crap
It
in
is.
it.
Man, I was in Germany. I was in Germany for over 3 years. I was in Belgium, Turkey. Yeah, man, the food is Korea, South Korea, and the food is different. It's different. The produce in Germany it's hard to describe the texture and the look, like all they vegetables taste sweet. I mean, it's nothing. I mean, that's straight out of the ground. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's the soil or or whatnot, but it actually tastes different. But one thing I can tell you, don't nothing taste like American bacon. No, nobody's bacon. Nobody's bacon tastes like American bacon.
Well, shout out to Honey Barbecue with the $5 super chat. She says, for wonderful content. I'm trying to remember. I can't keep track. I'm old, so I done forgot. So I think you dropped 20 or more tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and give you this anyway, even if you didn't. A big coin drop on the platform. Appreciate that $5 super chat, Honey Barbecue. I think that I think military guys are more worldly than everybody else, man. Especially the rank and file freaking person walking around the damn projects. They don't know shit. Cause from what I understand, let me see. I think it's 30. Only 30% of us as black people actually move out of a 50 square mile radius of where we were born. It says 70% of us, we never leave a 50 square mile radius of where we were born, which is actually quite goddamn sad. That's quite sad. It's quite disheartening. Very disheartening. But that
Yeah.
doesn't apply to military brothers. It doesn't apply
No,
to them.
we be
because-
moving. We be
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
Boy, and everything.
Yeah.
But man, I love the food in Belgium. If out of all the places I've been, I like Belgium's. I like Belgium's food the best. Germany second. Man, Turkey and South Korea is fighting for last place. God damn. I'm like, man, these folks can't cook. They talk all that crap, all that smack. Now, you know it's bad when Asian food in the United States is better than it is in Korea. Now make that shit make sense. Make it make sense. Man, y'all better get out of here. Now, Italians, I was never stationed in Italy, but I've been there before. France, the food is delicious. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, their food is. Italy was pretty good too.
Oh my God. I'm like, man, is this supposed to taste this good? I mean, am I just hungry or?
He said, is it supposed to taste this good?
Good night. Now, but they eat. I'm like, why y'all eat such small portions? X, did you know this? The French, they eat 4 and 5 times a day.
Sometimes
But I guess that's why their portions are so small. Because
Yeah, you can eat like that if you eat little. You can't eat a 5-10 courses 5 times. You can't.
Yeah, because I'm used to eating twice a day. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me
that's it.
too.
So this little ass shit y'all gave me, I'ma starve before I'm gonna starve to death. Y'all need to give me some more food.
Yeah. Let me ask Brother Fantastic this, because I don't want to keep him too much longer. What made you want to join the military, Brother Fantastic? Because I know Brother Fantastic is a little younger than us. I don't even think he's 40 yet. What made you want to join the military, Brother Fantastic?
Man, X is crazy story, man. McDonald's made me join the Navy. I would say that. So I was working like a little job while I was going to college, and I had this boss that just every little thing I did, man, she was on me, and it was like that one day I was working and some shit happened out in the lobby, and she had me go deal with it, and in the midst of me doing it, a dude, man, he's like, hey, man. And my first name, he saw my name, and he was like, hey man, you did really good on the ASVAB. And I was like, no, ASVAB, I'm not thinking nothing of it, because I'm like, yeah, at that point I would never go join the military, right? And he looked at me, he shook his head, and he said, like, bruh, you too good for this. And and that was all it took. And from there on, I was done. I was out.
Okay. So you weren't really considering. Well, were you considering the military before
no,
then? Like
no.
when you were in school and all of that. You never thought of
Nah,
it.
man. I was vehemently against it, because, like I said, I hate being told what to do to this day. Like, so I made it this far. No, I didn't even no captain's mass, no DRBs, no none of that stuff. But yeah, there was never. I told myself at one point when they forced me to take the ASVAB, I didn't even take it serious and still scored, pretty solid on it. And I totally forgot about it. But I guess everything happens for a reason. So the dude saw my name, man. He eating his fries or whatever he was, and he told me, "Hey, man, he's too good for this." And my sister was already in, so my sister kind of, finessed me into her recruiter. But it's the best mistake I ever made in life.
Absolutely, man. It and now look at you freaking about to retire. And I mean, I think it's a wonderful thing. I want to congratulate you.
I congratulate you too, bro.
Yes, congratulations, brother.
I greatly appreciate it.
I
Yes,
couldn't
man,
do
congratulations.
Shout out to
Yeah.
you, brother.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, brother. Congratulations. I recently spoke with the general because the general recently retired as well a while back, and the general, he traveling the world and I don't know, I guess chasing hoes or whatever, but he seems to be pretty, he's content, because I spoke with him, he was here, and he's traveling. I think the last time I spoke to him, I think he said he was going to Spain or Italy. I forgot, but he's doing his thing, man, and he's happy, man, and he's traveling and he's driving his Benz and he's doing all this stuff. So I appreciate you brothers' service, just like I appreciate my older brothers, because I got the two older brothers who was in the military, an uncle and two of my nephews. So I like 5 people in my family, that were like career military guys, So I mean, I respect it, and like I said, I look back sometime. I wish I had went to the military, because maybe if I had went to the military, my black ass wouldn't be still working in my 50s right now to be relaxing and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I appreciate it, man, and I congratulate you, brother. Fantastic. You my dude, man, and I mean it with all sincerity, brother. I do. I do.
Hey, I greatly appreciate it, man. I know y'all mean it, man, and just greatly appreciate y'all for the support and just helping me find my way in this YouTube thing, man.
Yeah, it ain't
Man,
nothing to find. This is
it ain't nothing
this is
to,
a
yeah. It's
yeah.
only
This
something
is
to find
nothing.
if you trying to make it into a business.
Yeah, yeah. If
Then
you
it's a,
try
well,
to,
then you got to stick to a certain code. Then, but
yeah, yeah. If you're, I've always looked at it like this. Because I never came to YouTube for money. I mean, I did this shit for 2.5 years before I made 1 red cent off of it. Over the course of the 6 or 7 years, more money has went into this shit than has come out of it. Cause guess what? My goddamn cable and internet has to be paid. Right? I pay for this streaming service. I buy a new computer every other year. Guess
and
what?
the
I gotta
dog
pay.
need food.
Yeah, and I got to pay my goddamn lights. All right, so a lot more money has went into it that has come out of it. The little AdSense and shit that I get, guess what? Like Brother Taylor said, he'll tell you that shit go to cigars and dog food. That's about
Yep.
it. Don't pay for one fucking bill in my house. Not one. Not one bill in my house does this shit pay for. So I do it because I like doing it. This may be, well, more than likely, this is the last year that I'm going to be on it because I'm going into radio soon. So, I'm like, and plus I just, we just closed on a house. So, I'm getting ready to pull up the stakes where I'm living at now because we're moving to another house. So a lot of things are happening around me right now. So, this YouTube shit is becoming more and more, secondary in my fucking life. So, like this week is probably the last week I'm going to be streaming for like another 2-3 weeks because I got the move coming up. We done already started packing and all that kind of shit. I got shit to move over there. I got other cars I got to get over there. Got to put up a fucking fence over there for my dog. There's like a lot of shit going on, y'all. So y'all ain't gonna see my black ass because the new house don't got a fence. So guess what? I got to fucking put one up. So yeah. So got all that going on. So I ain't gonna see Negroes up here for a few weeks. But I will be back probably like, I don't know, like maybe second week of October or end of the first week of October, somewhere in there. So yeah, it's a lot going on right now. So I won't have time for Negroes on YouTube. Yeah, I won't have time. So that's where we at now. But I do want to say this, man. Brothers like Fantastic being on here often made it worthwhile being on here.
Yeah.
Because I was telling him earlier, man, he's like the funniest person on this shit, man. Like, it's like the most hilarious person on
Him and
here,
G
man.
Lowry, they got him, G Lowry, and O'Shea. Man, I don't know. They can reel off the snaps and cracks. I mean, just
Yeah.
them three, O'Shea, Mr. Fantastic, and G Dizzle, G Lowry. Man, I'm like, what do y'all write this shit down? I mean,
Yeah. Well, I told Brother Fantastic this before. His best shows was the ones where he was just like, like outside or like driving in his car. Them shits used to be fucking hilarious. I used to be watching them shits, man, in the car. I used to always be crashing when laughing, watching it, watching Fantastic in the car. I was wrecking my shit, man. Those were the most hilarious fucking shows, man.
hilarious,
Tell you,
man.
yeah, them shits used to be hilarious, man. Totally fucking hilarious. But I do got some hilarious shit that I want to show y'all while I got Brother Fantastic here. Y'all need to see this because y'all might have missed it. Fair use.
It ain't happening, man. You dig what I'm saying?
Welcome.
Put them shoes up.
Ropes.
So it's my turn, because you had your turn, so now it's got to be my turn. Because you want to talk about hair, brother. See, I'm glad you threw me that basketball alley-oop, nigga, because your hairline, nigga, oh my God, nigga, I never seen a nigga with more of a fucking hairline on his fucking beard than his goddamn head. Nigga, if you was ever in the motherfucking military, nigga, you'd be saluting like this, nigga. Not this, nigga, this. Get the fuck up out of here, nigga. And your head. Nigga, how the hell your head is a motherfucking upside down motherfucking triangle, nigga? Your motherfucking head is like this, nigga. Your head is a pyramid. What the fuck we got going on here? And now, hey, nigga.
Wait a minute. What's up with what you doing with that box, bro? We need you to figure the box. What you doing with the block, bro? The Pookie block ain't working. That New Jack City shit ain't working, bro. You looking like Pookie from New Jack City, bro. You looking like Pookie in this motherfucker, man. You need to get that shit straightened up. You got bumps and hills and curves and shit. You don't know what the fuck. You got bangs on the top. What the fuck is going on? You fading on this side. You lengthening on this side. You got naps on this side. You got it straighten on it. What the fuck is going? Hey, straighten that motherfucking shit out, bro. Stop cutting your own shit, Fantastic. Stop cutting your own hair, brother. Go to the professionals, my nigga. Here you go again.
I hit him with a
Doing
straight
shit that
razor,
you.
too. Hey, I can do some magic.
Let the barber dream go too. Let the barbershop dream go too.
Hold on. Brother, let me give you some help. Let me give you some pointers. The last thing you want to be talking about is hair, nigga. Speaking of motherfucking New Jack City, I know for sure, nigga, I can sell this shit to you by the block, nigga. You'll pay motherfucking $17.5 like Young Jeezy to get this shit right here that I got, nigga. This is my shit, nigga. I can pull this shit all day. No unit, no nothing, nigga. You be the nigga that be in the barbershop.
Is he bragging because he ain't got a man weave? He bragging because he ain't got a man weave on. This is my hood. What kind of hood wet shit is that?
Give me my time. I'm reclaiming my time. You be that nigga that's in the motherfucking barbershop at motherfucking 12 midnight, nigga. Like, damn, why the hell the lights on in the motherfucking barbershop on a Sunday night? This nigga here trying to get a whole motherfucking unit. Again, but because your head is a fucking triangle, nigga.
Bro, you looking like Skeeter from Doug. You looking like Skeeter from Doug, bro. With the angle and shit. You looking like Skeeter from Doug, my nigga. Get that motherfucking shit flattened out. I'm gonna leave you alone, man. I'm gonna go ahead and tap out for you, my nigga, because I got shit to do.
Nigga, what we talking about?
Go ahead and get your shots in, and then I'm gonna leave you, bro. Go ahead.
You talking about the Nickelodeon reference, brother, looking like Patrick, nigga. You got the motherfucking head, you definitely got the belly, nigga. I know you motherfucking Hey, put your arms out like this, nigga. Whole starfish out this motherfucker. Thanks for coming up, bro. That was real motherfucking shit, man. Hey, I like it, man. That's what you talking about. This is motherfucking
real talk, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate it.
Only
No, he
from
didn't say Patrick
T.P.O.T. Media Negroes, classic, fantastic Negroes, only here.
You wrong, Fantastic. You wrong for that. Patrick Star, for real.
Yeah, man, I forgot about that, man. Like I said, it just comes as it comes, man. That's crazy, man. Shout out to
TVA.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, man, that's hilarious.
Classic Mr. Fantastic, man.
I ain't good at playing snaps with neither one of y'all. I'm telling you, I just sit back. I say something and you think I snapped at you, I apologize because I don't need to get roasted like that in front of all these people.
Absolutely.
No, sir.
Good shit, man.
But I'm gonna get out of here. But man, you know, Fantastic. I'm gonna hit you up anyway. I always hit you up. But just check on you. But man, you in a good spot. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know you don't need to hear it from me, but I just say it anyway. Just take your time. What they say, man. What they say, measure twice, cut once. Because once you cut, once something is cut, you can't uncut it. You know what I'm saying? But just do your thing, and at the end of the day, you got to do what's right for you. Because you can't do what's right for nobody else until you do what's right for you. And I know about the not wanting to follow peep hard, telling you what to do. I wasn't like that pretty much because I'm son of a soldier, grandfather is a soldier, so it just but I mean, people, I figured they ain't trying to tell me to do something out of being mean. They trying to tell me something because they care about me. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I always seen it. And but man, one thing for sure, bro, you got to remember this. And I know I ain't telling you nothing you don't know, because I know you done heard it all. You fresh on it. The great leaders were great followers. If the guys that can't follow, they turn out the one. I can always tell when I run across somebody that's in a quote unquote leadership position, but he don't know how to follow, because they normally they're shitty leaders. Normally the ones that know how to follow orders that they didn't even like, but they followed them anyway. Man, them turn out to be some of the best damn leaders that we had. I mean, when you think of the historic, I mean, you was in the Navy. Well, you Navy got Chester Nimitz. Look, like I say, man, all the letters that he had from when he was a low-ranking person, glowing, about him. I mean, but then later on, now look, you got a damn battleship name. Think how badass you got to be to have a piece of military equipment named that. I mean, outside of presidents and whatnot. I mean, people that was actually naval men, or in my case, artillery. Army men. The Abrams tank. Crichton Abrams. Tank commander, World War II. The Patton tank, the M6. You know what I'm saying. But the guys that were good soldiers normally turn out to be excellent leaders. And that's and so I want, you don't know me shit, but I want to see you be an excellent leader and lead something, because you got the potential. You got it. You got a whole bunch of shit that other people don't have. You can shift and talk and then be funny and then serious and then on a political thing. And and you say your tinfoil hat. I'm wearing my tinfoil hat right now. That's why I ain't got my camera on, because I'm sitting with my tinfoil hat on. But I wear a tinfoil hat for a reason, though. So shit, to hell with all that. But bruh, you can cover multiple topics, just like these two other brothers are sitting on here with me, and we are rarities. We're not one trick ponies. What only thing they talk, puss, chick, travel, bro, put, chick, put. Look, man, look. Pussy is everywhere. There's no shortage of it. I don't know what planet these motherfuckers is on, because on the planet I'm on, ain't no shortage. It's everywhere. Now, but or this one, they only can talk about this. They only talk about that. They only talk about this. A lot of them aren't multifaceted. They can't move from crowd to crowd and carry on different conversations with intellect involved. A lot of them can't do it. You can, and these other two brothers that sitting in front of me can, because I've seen them do it plenty of times. And that will get you far. That will sometimes that get you further than an education on a piece of paper with parchment and a damn gold embossed stamp on it. Sometime that worldly knowledge and mouthpiece will get you further than that piece of paper. Y'all brothers be all right. Y'all be good. I'm about ready to shut this down. I got a shelf to finish putting together. Damn, broke my old damn shelf. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. But anyway, I got some stuff to get done before the night. Y'all be good, fan, and I'll holler at y'all later.
Hey, salute to you, brother.
Brother Taylor, peace.
Appreciate
I'll
it,
hit
Nick.
you up, Brother Nick.
Yes, sir. Give me a call.
Yeah, we probably gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Let me go ahead and shout out these super chats. My brother, my North Carolinian brother, brother MGTOW Flight with the $5 super chat. Good to see all you OGs on here. Good to see you, my brother. I keep telling you, man, we're gonna get together, man, and have a cigar and a beer, brother, cause I know we close. I know we close, but I appreciate that super chat, man. When you drop coins on this platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. Appreciate that. My North Carolinian brother, brother MGTOW Flight, and brother Bray J with another $5 showing out with his money tonight, boy. He said if you need a good laugh, type in YouTube, search for Mr. Fantastic versus Sir Ism. Fantastic got him good. I appreciate that, brother Bray J. I already told you what you're going to get for the rest of the night. A big coin drop on the platform. Yeah, brother Ism and brother Fantastic, man. I actually got a little snippet of them on this channel. If y'all go into the ranks and roast playlist, I actually have a snip of him and brother Ism and brother Fantastic here as well. So you might want to go in and check it out. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up unless Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I don't want to keep Brother Fantastic up too goddamn late because I know he tired because he probably been up all day. Um, any final thoughts before we get up out of here, Brother Leon?
Hey, brother. Hey, shout out to Mr. Fantastic Navy man, and he'll go far. He'll go farther than I did. I salute anybody that has gone into the military and they have succeeded. And hey, thank you for fighting for our country just like I did. And brother X, we've been on YouTube for about 6, 7 years. Thank you for allowing me to come on your panel again and share my thoughts. And I'll be looking forward to the next time.
The old Negro series, man. I'm gonna make that a series, so you know you got to come back, man. We gotta do the old Negro series.
You got my number, brother.
Yeah.
And,
I call you.
you want some
Maybe
psychology?
maybe in October. Maybe in October, because like I said, this will probably be the last week that I stream, Brother Leon. Because I got a lot of shit going on. But first, second week of October, I will. I'll be back. We'll be settled and all that kind of stuff. So I'll call you, let you know what I got going on.
All right. Check out Mr. Fantastic's channel. Check out my channel.
Oh yeah. Put your channel in the chat, Brother Leon, if you want
All
to.
right. But brothers, thank you for allowing me to be in your chat. And I'll be looking forward to the next time and just enjoy this Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get ready for some football tomorrow.
Peace, Brother Leon.
Peace.
Yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Once again, man, Brother Fantastic, man, you're my dude, man. I'm glad you're back on solid ground. And like I said, congratulations, man, on the well-earned retirement, man. I wish you nothing but the best, brother. You did it, man. That's all I can say. You did it, brother. You did it.
Well, I greatly appreciate it, X man. Hey, just trying to take one day at a time, and as they say, it's life is the marathon is not a sprint, and just trying to go ahead and finally get to the end of this thing officially, and and try to help as many people as possible along the way, man, brothers especially. Like I said, man, you guys got any questions or whatever, military wise by any means, what's going on here currently, and get some of the inside scoop, quote unquote. Hit me up, man. I don't have no problem with whatever having giving you guys the info you need, or if I don't know myself, I can direct you to the place to get to where the information you need. But I greatly appreciate you giving me the time, X. As always, man. Like
Absolutely.
I said, And
You
I
always welcome here, brother. You know that. You always welcome on
appreciate, man.
TPOT, man. Always, brother. And I appreciate you coming through, man. And don't be no stranger, man. Peep in on us every now and then, brother.
Most definitely. All right, man. I'm gonna holler
My
at you.
my brother. Peace. Yeah, man. Brother Fantastic, man, is back on solid ground, man. Y'all heard what he said, man, out there, man. He said sometime, man, no phone connection, no internet, no nothing. You know? Couldn't get him no communications out there because he was like on the boat for like a very long time, y'all. So, and he said he back for good. He said the next time his unit deploys, it'll be after he retires, and he said he's retiring in a year. So he said he done with it. He on solid ground for the rest of the time he's in, man. And yeah, it's a great thing, man. He's been in the military a long time, very long time, man. Well earned, man. The retirement is well earned. But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. I don't have any programming notes for you Negroes. I probably won't see you for at least another 2 weeks. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man, as always, because you could have been anywhere. You could have spent your Saturday night anywhere. You decided to spend it here with us. It is appreciated, man. I appreciate all the super chats, man, and the cash apps and whatnot. But most importantly, man, I appreciate your participation more than anything else, man. I don't take you good folks lightly, man. I never have and I never will. You got my word on that. Shout out, man, to everybody who came up tonight, man. My brother Nick Taylor, brother Leon Jones on the 411 Talk Radio Show, and of course, the guest of honor, the one and only Mr. Fantastic as well. So, with that, I will leave you good folks with 3 words. You know, like I always do. Open your mind. Peace, folks. Open your mind. Your mind. Your mind. Your mind.
Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power.
And so a community is where you control your police, you control your commerce, you control your education, you control your house. We don't control none of that. We live in a hood. Huh? Well, what about the Negroes that get out? Oh, well, see, my cousin, they say he's a multi-millionaire, almost at $1 billion.
The popular thought
3 PhDs, working on 2 more. Driving down the street in Chicago in his Rolls Royce, enjoying himself, and he hears these sirens and looks to the mirror and sees this cop car flashing lights. He squeezed the steering wheel, man. Heart beats fast. Because he knows the price of a Negro, what it could be. And then when that cop car passed him by, he said, thank God he wasn't after you in the first place, Paul. That Negro thing you can't get away from. It's universal. They wasn't coming after you. With all your millions, with your Rolls Royce, with your PhD, didn't help. That's the hood. Huh? Why do you think you never pick up the paper until you read over and over and see white families? You think it's thousands of black cops in America. Why don't you see white families crying as black cops shot my loved one 42 times in the back of the head? Why do you think black cops are better? You think they're more spiritual? Think they're better? No! they got enough sense to know that white folks ain't gonna tolerate it. And I will stop in our neighborhood when we decide we will not tolerate it. Now, if we was organized, which is hard to organize people who are just gonna run crazy and you don't know you're crazy. But if we were, with the money we have, and the many people who would come to our aid that don't know what it's like to be a Negro, and we said, look, we saying if we don't get a federal law to deal with police brutality, that any time a cop or anybody carry a gun have to have a license just like you used to drive a car. And if you use it wrong, then you lose your license. And if it's upheld, you can never work again as a cop or a store guard or a private detective. How do you get Congress to push that through? Well, you take your economic power and you call on your friends, black, white, young and old, and say, this coming Christmas, if we don't have a federal law to outlaw police brutality by law, then we call them for a nationwide boycott of Christmas and it'll start on Thanksgiving. Well, let me tell you what that means. 79% of all retail in America happens between Thanksgiving and Christmas. People stay in business all year, lose money just for Christmas, huh? Well, what happens now? Factory Avenue, Toys R Us, Sears and Roebuck, Westinghouse. They will get the bill, and all they got to do is make one phone call and say, Harry, that's the senator, I want that bill pushed through in 3 days. Okay, it's an economic thing. It's that simple. But we have the power, but the system has wiped us out so bad.
Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power.
Santana Lincoln 6. Go ahead. Clear suspect down 10-4. That's 10-4. The officer's code 4. We have one suspect that's been shot.
Open your mind. Only from T.P.O.T. Media. Open your mind.